Hello programmers, and welcome to lesson number 5 in our series of CircuitPython for the Circuit Playground Bluefruit Edition. In this lesson, we're going to learn some techniques to write some more elegant code. We're going to talk about naming values. We're going to create a list of those named values. And then we're going to provide a challenge exercise called a rainbow of NeoPixels. So let's get at it. Now our colors are 3 digits from 0 to 255, but having to remember a set of 3 numbers each time we want a particular color in our code is sort of tedious. Now one thing that we can do is we can set up a name for each of these colors, and if we do this at the start of our code, every time we refer to this named color, it refers to those 3 digits inside of parentheses. Now technically what we're doing here is we're setting up a variable. Each color has a variable name, red, orange, yellow, and so on. You'll see some programmers use the convention where they capitalize the variables that they don't intend to change, that they intend to keep constant. And since I don't intend to change any of these colors throughout my program, I'm going to use all caps here. So if we go down here and we say pixels.fill and in parentheses indigo, it's the same as if we were to write pixels.fill 2 parentheses 50, 0, 255. Either one of those commands will turn all of our lights indigo. So now I've got my CPXB plugged in and I'm in Moo. See, I've typed in 10 colors: red, orange, yellow, light green, green, cyan, blue, indigo, violet, and pink. Feel free to change these or add your own colors at some point if you'd like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say now pixels.fill, and then in between the 2 parentheses, I'll say whichever color I want. So I'm going to fill all my pixel lights with cyan first, then I'm going to wait half a second, and then I'm going to fill them all in with orange. Let's click on save and see how it looks. And perfect, it turns to cyan blue and then it turns orange. Nice work. Now, once you have named values, you can actually put them in a list or other data structures too. So for easy reference, what I've done is I've created a list that I've named colors, and inside the brackets, I'm referring to all of those different variables that I created above, red through pink. Now I can use the colors list in my code to go through all my colors. So for example, if I say for I in range 10, that will go through the numbers 0 through 9. So when I hit this for loop for the first time, I is equal to 0. So when I get down here to this line, colors I is going to be color 0. What is color 0? Well, the 0th element is that first element, which is red. What is red? Well, red up here is 255, 0, 0. And the program's going to use this value in the pixels.fill command. The second time I go through, I changes to 1. So when I get down here to this line, the color at element 1, remember I start at 0 here, so 0 was red. Colors 1 is orange. Orange is 255, 50, and 0. And I continue through this pattern all the way up to pink. Pink is number 9, and that's going to refer to 255, 0, 255. So let's write even more efficient code. Right now what we've done is we've hard-coded the number 10 in here to refer to the fact that we have 10 colors in our list. But at some point we might want to add colors or subtract colors. Well, it would be nice if we could refer to the size of the colors list so that we didn't have to put the hard-coded number 10 in here. Well, we can do exactly that by using the len command. Len, L-E-N, returns the length of a list. Just passed in between the parentheses the name of the list, and len will return the number of elements in the list. So instead of saying for I in range 10, we can say for I in range and then inside len colors. So if we run this on the code we just wrote, len will return 10. But if we create a new color named white and then add white to our colors list, len will return 11. And let's code up what we just learned so I can get rid of these 3 lines here, and we're going to create our colors list, and that's going to have red, orange, yellow, light green, green, cyan, blue, indigo, violet, and pink. Then we'll start our while true loop. Under that, we'll go through our list of colors by saying for I in range len, and then pass in the name of the list, which is colors. Make sure you put a colon after all of that. We'll do our pixels fill colors I. We'll sleep half a second, then outdent so that we've got pixels fill 0, 0, 0 to shut all the lights off after we've gone through all of our colors in our color list. We'll sleep for half a second, and then we'll continue in a repeated pattern. Let's click on save and see how things look. There we go. Red, orange, yellow, light green, green, cyan, blue, indigo, violet, pink. Nice! Now let's add a color because that's why we use the len statement. Why don't we go in and put in the color white, which is 255, 255, 255. Add that to the end of our colors list. Go up here, click on save, and let's take a look. We get all of those colors, and do we have white at the end? We do! Nice work. So you're doing great. It's time for another challenge here. We've got all of these great colors in here. We've got 10 lights on our CPB. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to write code to light up the first light on our CPB as the first color we have, which is red. The second one should light up with orange. The third light should light up with yellow, all the way through to the 10th color filling in the 10th light on our CPB. So it looks like a rainbow. Wait half a second after each color is added to each light, then turn off all the lights in the end, wait another half second, and repeat. Pause here, give it a shot, and then come back and see how you did. Now, previously we wanted to show all of the colors that were inside of the list name colors. So that's why when we went through our range here, it was a range, the size, length of colors. But in this case, what we want to do is we want to light up all of our individual lights. So instead of going through the length of colors, what we're doing is we're going through the length of pixels. Now remember, when we set up pixels here in this statement, we said, hey, we have 10 pixels, which means that we've got 10 lights on our Circuit Playground Express, going from number 0 to number 9. So by saying we're going to go through a range which will be 10 here for the 10 lights, we'll start at 0, we'll go to 9, and so pixels 0, which is going to be our first light, is going to be color 0, which is going to be red. Then we'll sleep for half a second, and then we're going to loop back over here. Pixels 1 is going to be the second color, which is going to be orange. Pixels 2 is going to be the third color, which is yellow, and that's how we get our pattern. And so let's go ahead and code this up. Should be super easy. Instead of colors here, we're going to go through pixels. And again, pixels is 10 because we have 10 lights on our board. That's where we put our 10 in here. And remember, pixels is indeed a list. And instead of saying pixels fill, what we want to say in here is we want to say pixels I. So we're going to start at 0 and we're going to go to 9. And we're going to say that this is going to equal, and it's going to equal colors I. And now that we have this, we're just going to go up here and click on save. Let's take a look. And here we go. We're painting the rainbow, all the colors. And then we should shut things off and then start again because of our while true loop. I hope you're feeling spectacular. Hopefully you've got lots of pride in your code work. Keep at it.